Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jerry Sansing with another edition of What's Going On in Corpus Christi. It's November 26th on a Sunday. I do have my no NFL sign out in the front yard. I think I'm tired of the total disrespect for one another these days, and I just can't. I'm not gonna watch anymore, sweetie. You good people out there. Anyway. It is, like I say, Sunday, November 26, 2017, and I'm here to represent the Corpus Christi Taxpayers Association. I sure do need some feedback from you people on the happenings here with Del Mar City and other things that I talk about. My email address is at the bottom. It's gsansing@gmail.com. Please let me know what you think, and then I will announce the next meeting when I get right back. Okay, I think this depicts the taxpayers trying to get across to the little guy Pinocchio over there, who's one of many of these local elected officials and certain attorneys and so forth around town. And I think it's time for all you people to stand there with Jiminy and let's get this stuff turned around. It's counterproductive. It's costing us hundreds of thousands of dollars with all this mess up around here, and I just wish somebody would be truthful with the taxpayers every once in a while. So anyway, go Jiminy. We'll talk to you later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, lights are on. I think the camera's rolling sufficiently. I'm going to go take my seat and proceed on with what I think is some very important information for you taxpayers out there. This is what's going on in Corpus Christi. This is a show that's sanctioned by the Corpus Christi Taxpayers Association. I know we get a little bit blunt at times, but that's our nature. And you're not going to get anything done by running and hiding. So I'd like to just go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Jerry Sansing. I am the president of the Taxpayers Association. I love these beautiful orchids here. That's for Miss Lynn, Miss Connie, and Miss April 23. They're all very deserving women. So anyway, want to let you know that as of December 3rd, when this should air, okay, which would be, no, it's not going to air on the December 3rd, okay? It will be that week of December 3rd. But starting, I believe that's a Sunday, then the programs on Public Access Channel 10 and Spectrum and Grande and so forth, and Channel 99 and AT&T, that's Channel 99 of AT&T, will be on new schedules. This one is going to air Tuesday at 8:30 to 9 p.m. and Wednesday from 9 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. So, get used to it. South Texas News and Reviews will be from Tuesday at 9 o'clock until 10 p.m. and Wednesday at 8 until 9 p.m. So I've got them both stacked on the same days, which is, I know that's back-to-back shows, probably not going to thrill too many people, but especially if you're an elected official, politician around here. However, you guys just need to get over that. Now, I am a professor at Del Mar College. I've been there since August of 1989, and I've tried to do my very best for students over there. I help them out all I can. I'm dragging this semester. I had a triple overload to get students through, pardon me, and into their various programs. And I don't mind doing that. I've got nothing else really better to do than to just take care of students over there. Make sure that I can give them what they need to succeed in that certain area of microbiology or chemistry or anatomy phys when I teach those. So I'm a pretty busy person, but I enjoy it, folks. Now, one thing that galls me is the lack of complete, I guess, honesty with students over there. And I get tired of hearing students come in and say, well, I couldn't sign up for the first week of class because I'm still fighting the registrar's office over there at Del Mar College. And here's a typical letter. I'm just going to read the first part of it. This is from a transfer student, and she's in my class this semester, okay? For the past while, I've been working with the registrar's office on accepting some of my transfer credits. It was a messy start. I handed in some papers and waited a few days for a response. When none came, and I checked in, I was informed that no paperwork had been done and that I should make a request via email. I did so, now a week late in registering for classes. Okay. A few days later, I was informed that my algebra class from the University of Alabama was taken as pre-calculus. I have been trying to explain to the registrar's office that the University of Alabama did not offer regular algebra courses. Instead, they mixed the course with algebra and pre-calculus. They did the same with their trigonometry course as well. I've made multiple requests to switch the two. Pre-calculus is not required for my degree, whereas algebra is. I tried explaining that if the class must be counted for one or the other, then to please allow me to be counted towards the one that applies towards my degree, which is algebra. Okay. Now I don't know, and then she goes on, intermediate algebra, and then she's got pre-calculus and so forth and so on. These are courses from University of Alabama. Now, University of Alabama, folks, is not a slacker university. I can guarantee you that. Okay. Now, I came from across the state, one of the biggest rivals to the University of Alabama. I am an Auburn graduate. Okay. And then as of yesterday, Alabama fans are down in the mouth because I'll just go ahead and say it, Auburn whipped them in the last game of the season. And that Alabama-Auburn game is probably one of the top 2 or 3 of the rivalries in the country. So anyway, but I do know a lot of people at University of Alabama. I've got friends that are instructors there, professors there, and it's not a second-rate university. But here we have the registrar's office that will not listen to a student who is transferring in, and she's had a horrible experience. Okay, so please reconsider and accept the above-mentioned algebra classes I have taken so I do not have to repeat what I have already learned. Okay, thank you for your time and consideration, and signed by the student. Okay, now I don't know what to say, folks. I guess it's best that I don't comment, but this is not the only student. I've had other people complain, and I said, write it up, I'll put it on the air. Well, I'm afraid of the school. If I, I can't open my mouth over here for fear that I'll never ever get anything done. And that's the wrong thing. So I encourage students to go to the president's office. His name is Dr. Mark Escamilla. He's in the Heldenfels building. He's real easy to find his office. I don't know whether he'll be there or not, but why don't you just start dropping some complaints off over there? And if that doesn't work, then you are all taxpayers out there, even most of you students, and your families and so forth are taxpayers. Why don't you pick up the phone, and you can go online and get a list of the Board of Regents members, okay, and which district they're in and so forth. So you've got, I think it's five districts and 3 of the at large. Okay, so just go ahead and bombast them with this, folks. It's not going to get done, although not all, but the majority of the Board of Regents members over there just sit on their butts and eat a free lunch anyway, and they don't give a damn about students. They don't care about faculty. They don't care about employees. It's just all about the prestige of being an elected official, I guess. And they just don't care. I can't say that of all of them. And the ones that do care take the flack for that. And, that's another story. I'm so disgusted with that place. Then we had the big Pinocchio that we need a Southside campus for 20,000 students eventually, and that we need to have $137 million to get started. And here we are. We're basing our budgets on this enormously large increase we're going to have this past fall, this particular semester, in students, and we were down, not up 5% as they projected, but we were down 4%, and that puts us in a terrible financial situation. Okay, and then this semester in the spring, we'll make up that 5% and 5% more here for the springtime. And folks, I've been following the registration this semester, and with this kind of crap going on, okay, with these students and people not knowing what to do and how to get it done and not given any guidance whatsoever, Now, there are some good people in the registrar's office, don't get me wrong, but rather than go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get rid of a faculty member that they locked out about 4 years ago and had treated him terribly, he's winning lawsuit after lawsuit, which the school is going to, anyway, we can't afford this anymore, folks. But here we go. You know, I mean, we're Pinocchio on our way over there, administrators and many of the Board of Regents. I can't say all of them. But, you know, that's not going to work. But here today came out in the newspaper, RFQ, that's a request for quotes and so forth and so on. Notice, Del Mar College will receive requests for qualifications for architectural consultant for so-and-so and so-and-so Del Mar College Southside Campus Phase 1A. Del Mar College Southside Campus Phase 1 includes all architectural design and construction phase services for Phase 1A, including the new main building, Buildings 1 and 2, and central plant facilities to be located on the undeveloped property situated northwest of the intersection of Rodfield Road and Yorktown. Pre-submittal conference, etc. Now, I thought we were paying a architectural consultant. Okay, maybe we're not. I don't know. You know, politics reigns over there, and we've got some of our Board of Regents members that are high society people around here, bankers and that type of thing. And you know, their campaigns were supported by architects, engineers, and construction people. Big surprise. Okay, and they're the ones that were pushing for that phase 1 of 3, $137 million worth of bond money. Okay, now then I'll get into more of that in just a minute. Now I'm going to go back to what I discussed on the last show, and that was a court case that was filed a long time ago by Dr. Bruce Olson. He was the department chair of the Natural Sciences Department. Very fine individual, very bright man, and you know, I can't say enough about his qualifications and his integrity. Okay, now he had filed this lawsuit against Del Mar College for breach of contract. Okay, now it went to court. The judge here, county court at 2, or county court at law number 2 in Nueces County, Texas, and it went to that judge, and she sided with Del Mar College, saying that he should be gone and that he had breached a contract, okay, when in fact they had breached the contract. Okay, now, so with that ruling, Dr. Olson did appeal that to the 13th Court of Appeals. That's the state appeals court, and they said, hey, you know, he didn't breach that contract. You know, he still should be employed by Del Mar College. Then the college went and spent a whole bunch of money appealing that to the Texas Supreme Court, and lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, the Texas Supreme Court ruled with the 13th Court of Appeals and Dr. Olson. Okay. Now, then it was remanded back to the county court at law number 2 for trial. Then that happened a couple of weeks ago. Okay, and I've got the original here. This is the court's charge to the jurors in that. There was a 6-man jury. Okay. Now it says, after the closing arguments, you will go to the jury room and decide the case, answer the questions that are attached, and reach a verdict. You may discuss the case with other jurors only when you are all together in the jury room. Okay? Remember my previous instructions. Now this is the judge's instructions to the 6 jurors. Do not discuss the case with anyone else, either in person or by any other means. Do not do any independent investigation about the case or conduct any research. Now this is the one that really galls me. You know, do not look up any words in dictionaries or on the internet. You know, I mean, really, that one just tickles the stuff inside of me, folks. You know, do not look up any words in dictionaries or on the internet. Okay? So they're not supposed to be able to, in their mind, decide what instructions you're giving here. Okay? Come on, Judge. Let's shape up here. Do not post information about the case on the internet. Do not share any special knowledge or experiences with the other jurors. Do not use your cell phone or other electronic device during your deliberations for any reason. I will give you a number where others may contact you in case of an emergency. Here are the instructions for answering the questions. Do not let bias, prejudice, or sympathy play any part in your decision. Okay? Base your answers only on what was presented in court and on the law that is in these instructions and questions. Do not consider or discuss any evidence that was not presented in the courtroom. Okay? I have a hang up with that, folks. You know, in other words, jurors, you're not supposed to have a mind. You know, so if somebody's not telling you the truth in court, which apparently I don't think it was in this case, then you're not supposed to have any bias about that and consider that. Okay, you are to make up your own minds about the facts. You are the sole judges of the credibility of a witness and the weight to give their testimony, but on matters of law you must follow all of my instructions. Okay? In my instructions, use a word in a way, or if my instructions use a word in a way that is different from its ordinary meaning, use the meaning I give you, which will be a proper legal definition. Okay, that's taken, you know, so dummy up, jurors. All the questions and answers are important. No one should say that any question or answer is not important. Answers yes or no, and so forth and so on. Do not decide who you think should win before you answer the questions, and then just answer the questions to match your decisions. Answer each question carefully without considering who will win. Do not discuss or consider the effect of your answers, or do not discuss or consider the effect your answers will have. Well, I don't know about that, folks. This tends to go against the freedom of speech and thought in this country that so many people have fought and died for, including an awful lot of my ancestors, all the way up through my father. Okay. Some questions might ask you for a dollar amount. Do not agree in advance to decide on a dollar amount by adding up each juror's amount and then figuring the average. Do not trade your answers. Okay, for example, do not say, I'll answer this question in this way if you'll answer mine that way. And then it proceeds on. Okay? Now, then it's ask the questions. I won't go through some of this other verbiage, like unless otherwise instructed, the answers to the questions must be based on the decision of at least 5 of the 6 jurors. Okay? And then we have the instruction number 1. It is your duty to interpret the following language of the agreement. Okay, this settlement is subject to approval by the Del Mar College Regents. Okay? All right. Question 1. Did Del Mar College fail to comply with the agreement? This was the agreement that was done in mediation, and then the agreement was written up. It wasn't what the mediation had indicated, so Dr. Olson refused to sign it. And now they say that he's in breach of contract. Okay? Did Del Mar College fail to comply with the agreement? Answer, yes or no. The answer from the jury, this is the jury's handwriting here. Yes, the foreman's. Question 2, did Bruce Olson fail to comply with the agreement? Answer, yes. Okay, after I'm not even going to interject that. Okay? If you answered yes to both question 1 and question 2, then answer the following question. Otherwise, do not answer the following question. Question 3. Who failed to comply with the agreement first? Answer, Del Mar College. Okay? It gave a choice. Answer, Del Mar College or Bruce Olson. The answer is handwritten here, Del Mar. Okay? If you answered yes to question 1, no to question 2, then answer the following question. Otherwise, do not answer the following question. Or if you answered yes to question 1, Del Mar, to question 3, then answer the following question. Otherwise, do not answer the following question. And here's question 4. Was Del Mar College failure to comply excused? Was Del Mar College's failure to comply excused? No, they didn't excuse it. Okay? If you answered yes to question 1 and no to question 2, and no to question 4, then answer the following, and so forth and so on, or, you know, give me this, that, and the other. But it says question 5. What sum of money, if any, if paid now in cash, would fairly and reasonably compensate Bruce Olson for his damages, if any, that resulted from such failure to comply. Okay? Do not add any amount of interest or damages, if any. Now, I think that's low blow. Okay? Answer separately in dollars and cents for damages, if any. Answer, $455,000. Okay? That's what the jury says. And then it talks about compensation for his attorney fees. Okay? Okay? Answer with an amount for each of the following. 1. For representation through trial and the completion of proceedings in the trial court, $120,000 is what they awarded for Dr. Olson's legal fees. Okay? Then it says, answered 1 in this and that and this and that and this and that, but the question 7, what sum of money, if any, if paid now in cash, would fairly and reasonably compensate the Delmar College for its damages, if any, that resulted from such failure to comply? Do not add an amount of interest or damages, if any. Answer separately in dollars and cents, damages, if any. Answer blank. 0. Okay? Now, then we get into this one. Okay? Question 8. What is a reasonable fee for attorneys for Delmar College and so forth for representation through trial and compensation of proceedings in the trial court? Answer 0 for Delmar College. Okay? Okay, and then it says, it asked if the presiding juror, do you understand the duties of a presiding juror? If you do not, please tell me now. And it says instructions for following, and then it says, do you understand these instructions? If you do not, please tell me now. And the presiding judge signed that. Okay? And then we've got the verdict certificate here, and it was our verdict is not unanimous. 5 of us have agreed to each and every answer and have signed this certificate below. And then it's notarized on November 17th, 2017. Okay? So the jury has spoken. Now, when contacted, the Delmar College attorney, general counsel over there, indicated to the news media that he was going to go ahead and reappeal this. Now, what's going on there? Can you tell me? All right. So, you know, how much more taxpayer money are we going to spend to cover up the attorney's fees and court fees and so forth and so on? And then, you know, just all I can say is they're going to spend it just to cover the attorneys and their administrators' butts because they screwed up when they locked Dr. Olson out of his office. And then during mediation, they made one deal, and then they didn't live up to that. It was breach of contract. Okay? So, I don't know what to tell you. So, how many more appeals can they afford to lose? They've already lost them, and it's cost them a bunch of money. I've heard of $300,000 in attorney's fees that it's cost Delmar College directly to go to court with all this nonsense. And then we're paying our general counsel now. When this started, he was not the general counsel. He worked for a private firm here in town. Okay? And then we've got an attorney for the insurance company. And, you know, Delmar administrators, I've heard them discuss this. Well, you know, if we lose any of this stuff, the insurance company will pay it. Well, who in the world pays the premiums for that insurance company and that insurance policy, ladies and gentlemen? It's me and thee. Taxpayers, okay? And it just frosts my backside to think that the administration and many of the Board of Regents members have got the unmitigated gall and the lack of respect for taxpayers to proceed on with this, okay? So I want to see, and I want to hear the vote. I want to know who voted with the Board of Regents to continue this madness on, and I'm going to find out, and I'm going to report that to you fine people, okay? Okay. So we've already paid to have these appeals written twice, and what they're going to do is just make another copy of those and then take it back to court just to keep Dr. Olson, I guess, busy with this, that, and the other and making money themselves. I mean, I don't understand it, folks. They're throwing your taxpayers' money down the sewer, and it's just to cover their own egos and so forth and their butts, okay? So, you know, that's what attorneys make a living doing, is filing things in court, whether they win, lose, or otherwise, and as long as the taxpayers are paying for it. Oh, but it's the insurance company. No, it's taxpayers' money that pays the premiums for those folks, and I want you to remember it, and those premiums are going to go up and cost you more money if Del Mar College fools around and appeals this last thing. It's quite clear. The jury said, hey, you know, you guys breached the contract first, meaning Del Mar College, and you don't deserve any money in compensation. And I don't know that the judge signed off on that jury verdict or not. I certainly hope so. But you know, she's an elected official. I'm going to let you know what happens there. And elections are going to come up again soon, folks. And I tell you that, you know, I sat in that courtroom a good bit of the time, and I can't believe the total chaos in that county court at Law 2. It's just unbelievable to me. You know, I mean, I'm just a poor dumb country boy, and I don't understand those things. Okay. So, you know, all I can tell you is I know administrators don't give a damn about, you know, any of the employees over there or faculty members. Our enrollments are going down again. We're basing our budget on a 5% increase of fall enrollment. It went down 4%. Now we're going to make it up this semester, and it's down. I mean, I look at the enrollments all the time. I check the history, government, math, English, and so forth, courses all the time, and they're just openings galore. And it's very rare when all of my classes plus overloads do not, you know, fill up immediately, just as soon as the bell's rung and you can go register. Okay. But you know, these regents, most of them, I can't say all of them. We've got 2 fine regents over there. The rest of them I wouldn't give you a nickel for. Okay, including the chair of the whole thing. But, you know, they don't give a tinker's damn about anything except their high and mighty position as an elected official around here and free lunches. Okay, then they can go to Austin and drink at night and put that on Facebook and so forth, you know, and post pictures of mixed drinks and meals and so forth. And, you know, then they come back and here they are in a bar with a Del Mar College shirt on with their honey. Out drinking beer at night. I mean, what in the world is that all about, folks? Okay, that is despicable. Okay, all right. So I've discussed all that. Okay, and then I'm going to get into the fact that my primary care physician, thanks to the state of Texas and the employees system up there, the retirement system, and they have engaged Blue Cross Blue Shield as the insurance company now, and they're giving my primary care physician that I've had for many, many years static to the point where I don't know that he's even going to bother. Okay, he says they're still trying to negotiate with him, and I don't know how you negotiate without talking to him. Okay, so I'm going to be raising unmitigated hell if I have to pay my primary care physician out of my pocket. Then I'm going to take my pound of flesh over there. Okay, it's absolutely nuts. So I'm going to give you the state legislature's view on that one and who screwed up, because Blue Cross Blue Shield has got a horrible reputation in the state of Texas as an health insurance carrier. Well, I won't get into the request. I'll do that next time about how much money the city spent with an attorney. It's over $1 million for so far this year. But between, let's see, the dates, January 5th and May the 4th of this year, they paid one attorney up in Austin, I think it is, $550,527.37 for bonds. I don't know what that's all about, but that's a hell of a lot of money, folks. That's one hell of a lot of money. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to come back with Pinocchio, and maybe you can help me stick my finger out at these bozos and bozettes around here, elected officials, and get something done. I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's old Jiminy, and that's the way we ought to be doing things as taxpayers to these elected officials that are wasting our money big time. Okay? It's crazy, folks. It's total insanity. I'd like to have your feedback. That's gsansing@gmail.com, and let me know. Give me your comments. I will read those on the air. If you want me to name your name, I'll do it. If not, don't worry about it. But I'm going to let the clock run out. Y'all have a good evening.